Good evening. We do not have a member of the Ministerial Alliance this evening, so we will stand for a moment of silence.
Stop hitting me with your cane. I know you.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call the April 4th, 2022 Board of Aldermen meeting to order. City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Brandy Carroll. Kim Vickers.
Here.
Brad Alexander.
Present.
Jeremy Taylor.
Here.
Jim Shroud.
Here.
Kelly Netto.
Here.
Mayor Dana Webb.
Here, thank you. The next item on the agenda is new business deletions or continuances. We do not have any of those this evening, so we will move on to public comments. City Clerk, do we have any?
There are none.
There are no public comments, so we will move on to the consent agenda. These items are considered on the consent agenda so that members of the Board of Aldermen, by unanimous consent, can designate routine items to be approved by one motion. Tonight, we have approval of the March 21st, 2022 Board of Aldermen meeting minutes and expenditures through March 31st, 2022.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business, and we do not have any of that tonight, so we will move on to new business. The first item is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a lease agreement between the City of Oak Grove, Missouri, and the Oak Grove Historical Society, authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. Mr. Randall.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The current lease agreement with the Historical Society expires April 15th of this year. This is a renewal and the third lease agreement with the Historical Society. It includes the north side of the building and the entire basement, as well as the break room. This is a one-year lease through April 16th of 2023.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the lease agreement with the Oak Grove Historical Society. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the lease agreement between the City of Oak Grove, Missouri, and the Oak Grove Chamber of Commerce, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement.
Thank you, Mayor. This lease agreement matches the same term as the lease with the Historical Society, so it'll be valid through April 16th of 2023. This is the first agreement with the Chamber of Commerce and the City of Oak Grove for the building. This includes the south side of the building. In addition, the Chamber will be responsible for making certain improvements to the property as well as paying monthly rent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the lease agreement between the City of Oak Grove and the Oak Grove Chamber of Commerce. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a change of purchasing dealer from Blue Springs Ford to Joe, is it Matkins?
Mockham.
Mockham?
Mockham.
Ford for the 2022 Ford Maverick for the building official.
Thank you, Mayor. On January 12th, the board approved the purchase of a 2022 Ford Maverick for my building official from Blue Springs Ford. At that time, they indicated it would be about an 8 to 10 week order time. I recently reached out to them, and for whatever reason, the vehicle had not been ordered, and also they told me that the ordering time had closed, but they could not order it. So I reached out to Joe Mockham Ford, who has the state contract, and he indicated that he would be able to order the vehicle. Joe Mockham was actually the low bidder, but only by $45, and we decided to go to Blue Springs since they were closer. But in light of Blue Springs not being able to get the vehicle anymore, I'm requesting that we change our award from Blue Springs Ford to Joe Mockham Ford.
Thank you, Tom. Any discussion? Any comments to Tom?
Motion to change.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to change dealership for the 2022 Ford. If not, say aye. Possible action regarding the purchase of the effluent replacement pump at the main equipment. Tom?
Thank you. We to 3 different manufacturers of pumps for business and SC equipment with, which is why I requested board approval. In the main station north of takes with there are 6 pumps at the lift station. There's 3 that pump from the plant, 3 that on high flows, the lagoons, and then back to the stabilized. This is a high volume pump, high service pump, excuse me, that go to the lagoon. So it's been out of service. So and it's kind of a critical pump. So we're just requesting approval to purchase this pump. We will pick up the pump. It's local here in town and install it ourselves.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we approve the purchase of a affluent replacement pump for the cost of $17,632.74 from FTC Equipment.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the purchase of the replacement pump for the main lift station. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a purchase of the Collier, is it Collier? Collier generator for the North Water Booster from CK Power.
Thank you, Mayor. That's me again. On January 3rd this year, the board approved an ARPA spending plan where we got about $1.66 million of ARPA funding, very specifically what we can and can't spend that on. The board did approve generators for both the south and north booster. Our current standard for generators is Kohler. So we reached out to Kohler, and they're a sole source. CK Power is a sole source supplier for these generators. So we had bids for them, $69,957.77 for the north booster. The north booster boosts water when we have high demand, and also to fill like Frick Tower, it would have to come on. This would allow uninterrupted service 24/7 for as long as we keep putting fuel in the generator to provide water to the citizens. With that, I'll answer any questions.
Thank you. Does the board have any questions for Tom?
I make a motion that we approve the purchase of Kohler generator for the North Water Booster from CK Power at the cost of $69,957.77.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the purchase of the generator for the North Water Booster. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the purchase of the Collier generator for the South Water Booster from CK Power. You again.
That's me again. This is kind of the twin to the previous one. It was approved by the ARPA spending plan. We have two different pressure zones in the city. The majority of it is on the north booster, which Frick Tower feeds. There's a south standpipe down off 30th Street that's what's called the south pressure zone. This one feeds that zone, not nearly as many people. That's why the cost is a little different. There's 2 pumps in both booster stations, but these pumps are a little smaller since it only has to feed a smaller area and the smaller tower. So like I say, we're requesting permission to order the $41,962.62 from CK Power.
Well, let's just keep going. I make a motion that we approve the purchase of Kohler generator for the South Water Booster from CK Power in the amount of $41,962.62.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the purchase of the Collier generator for the South Water Booster. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a professional service agreement with Olson for the White Oaks Lift Station. Tom?
Me again, 5 in a row.
Like this is your
Tis
meeting,
night.
Tom.
And also, as part of that ARPA spending plan, we approved funding to replace the White Oaks lift station that feeds the White Oaks subdivision. That was originally put in service back in the early 2000s. It was a bad design, and it's corroded and it's in really bad shape, so we agreed to have that replaced. As part of that replacement, there's some design work that has to happen. So we reached out to Olson. They gave us a proposal for the design contract. It'll be brought up to the current standards. It'll be a different type of pumps, kind of like our new standard. We'll have the new Kohler generator with that pump. So we're asking for design services in the amount of $23,092 for Olson to design that lift station.
Thank you, Tom.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second regarding the professional service agreement with Olson for the White Oaks Lift Station. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding an ordinance approving the Sixth Amendment to the Community Center Service Agreement between Mid-America Regional Council and the City of Oak Grove, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. It's not you, it's Matt this time.
Thank you, Mayor. So the initial grant docs from the Mid-American Regional Council included an incorrect appendix number. So really, this is a scrivener's error. So Mark sent us a correction to change one of the appendix numbers. It doesn't change the function or intent of the grant.
I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Oh,
It's an ordinance.
It's an ordinance, yep, I just saw that as soon as I said that.
It's okay.
I apologize. I move for the first and second reading of the proposed ordinance by title only.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the first and second reading of the proposed ordinance by title only. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. City Clerk, would you please read the full bill 2 times?
An ordinance approving a Sixth Amendment to the Community Center Services Agreement between the Mid-America Regional Council and the City of Oak Grove, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. An ordinance approving a Sixth Amendment to the Community Center Services Agreement between the Mid-America Regional Council and the City of Oak Grove, Missouri, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement.
I move for adoption of the ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the adoption of the ordinance. Any discussion? City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Kim Vickers,
Yes.
Brad Alexander,
Yes.
Jeremy Taylor,
Yes.
Jim Shrout,
Yes.
Kelly Netto.
Yes.
The motion is approved and the ordinance is adopted. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a request from Cup and Craft LLC, DBA Brew Co., to sell intoxicating liquor, all kinds, by drink Monday through Saturday at 507 South Broadway, Oak Grove, Missouri. Kim?
Yes, we did receive a request from Cup and Craft, doing business as Brew Co., located at 507 South Broadway. They are wanting to apply for a liquor by the drink license. They had previously applied September 20th, 21, for just a malt liquor and light wine by the drink, and they are wanting to change that to liquor by the drink.
Thank you, Kim.
This is just the same type of liquor license that like, what's that one bar called in town?
Yeah, Scrapyard.
Scrapyard, yes, the Scrapyard has.
Yes.
Okay.
So evidently, in order to serve coffee with, say, Irish cream or something like that, you would need a full liquor license to do different kinds of
Cocktails.
coffee-type drinks.
I might go back to drinking coffee. Motion to approve.
Oh, second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the liquor license for Brew Co. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is information reports. Mr. Randall, do you have one?
No report. Thank you, Mayor.
Chris, do you have one? No report. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
Yeah. Mark, you have one?
Yes, the Web Park siren is out of service for hopefully a short time. There was apparently an attempt to either steal copper wire or just plain vandalism and knock the power out, which ran the batteries down. So we're looking at electrical repair and new batteries.
Thank you, Mark. Chief?
Yes, while we haven't received the official request, we do plan on the senior parade being Sunday, May 1st. Officer Marshall has been assigned that task to work with the school district to have a plan in place, and we don't feel that this will be a major disruption, and it will be go off just fine coming down Broadway.
Is it a moving one like the
Yes.
Christmas one? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
What,
Seniors, the seniors that are graduating, like
oh,
they had a
that's
few
stuck
years ago.
around after
Senior, yeah.
COVID? Ah, I love that.
They wanna make
That's
it a
cool.
tradition,
Yeah,
they said.
absolutely. I think that's very cool. Thank you for the update.
Tom?
I got a few things.
Yeah.
I guess everyone noticed by now it's pothole season again in the city.
Yes.
Our crews are working on them. The asphalt, the hot mix asphalt plants are closed on Mondays and Fridays, so we can only get asphalt Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today, and it has to be dry, and today a lot of the potholes are still wet. It also has to be above 40 degrees, so hopefully we're not gonna drop below 40 again, so that shouldn't be an issue. But they're pretty heavy this year, but we are working on them. And then the second thing is, I know, Mayor, you got a complaint about the concrete pavement up in North Locust in that industrial park. Our crews are up there right now, saw cutting bad areas, and they did some replacements last week, and they're focusing on that right now, so
Okay.
we're getting that taken care of.
Thank you. Yeah, the businesses will be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim?
I just wanted to remind you, tomorrow is the election, and this room will be used for polling from Jackson County Election Board, so.
Thank you. Scott?
Yes, I just want to let everybody know I'll be out of town next week, but I'll have my phone, so if you need to reach me, I'll still be able to answer the phone.
Okay, thank
all
you.
I
Kim?
Nothing to report.
Kelly?
I want to make a motion that Tom doesn't get to come to meetings anymore.
His were all together, though.
Yeah, that's true. No, knocked it out in one night. I like it. No report.
Jim?
No report.
Jeremy?
No report.
Brad?
No report.
The only thing I have is I attended the Taste of Country Friday night. It was really nice. Chamber did a great job. City staff that helped Kim and others did a really nice job, so well done. I am looking for a motion for executive session, please.
I make a motion, we adjourn to executive session 610.021, 1, 2, 9, and 12.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn to executive session 610.021, 2, 9, and 12. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Kim Vickers,
Yes.
Brad Alexander,
Yes.
Jeremy Taylor,
Yes.
Jim Shrout,
Yes.
Kelly Netto.
Yes.
We are adjourned to executive